Hello, my gorgeous people, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a fabulous day. There is so much going on in the drama world right now, but today we're going to be talking about the latest tea on Mr. James Charles. Now, if you guys remember the show Insta Influencer, it is a YouTube original, and season 1 was a hit. It came right smack dab in the middle of the pandemic when we really needed some entertainment, all of us at home, bored out of our minds, and James Charles was the host of season 1. James has continuously said also that there would be a season 2, and that has now been confirmed, and he's also said that he would be hosting it just like the first season. But apparently, you guys, this is not the case. There was a YouTube representative that did confirm there would be a second season coming, but James Charles will no longer be hosting it, and they did decline to say why. The irony behind all of this is a second season had already been announced with James Charles as the host, but now they're confirming that the second season of Insta Influencer will be under a new host and have a completely different new creative direction. This is actually really exciting to me because there is so many different niches here in the YouTube community. So it's exciting to see that they are going to be showcasing other niches and giving other people an opportunity to share their creative outlets and their talents. And I cannot wait to see what the second season is going to be all about. With that being said, though, they did thank James Charles for having a great first season, and they said that they were looking forward to building on the show's success by expanding the opportunity to showcase a diversity of creators across the YouTube platform. So not only will this second season have a new host, but it will also have new creators from a YouTube genre other than beauty and makeup. New details on all of this will be announced soon, but this decision comes just under a month after Charles was accused of a 16-year-old fan. The alleged victim released a video saying that Charles had added him on Snapchat, sent him unsolicited, and pressured him into sending some back. James Charles has admitted to sending these photos, saying the individual initially claimed he was 18, but as we all know now, on this person's account, it did say that they were 16, and if James would have just looked at his profile, he would have known this. James did put out a public statement saying, after false allegations like this in the past, I would never knowingly engage with someone underage and put my life on the line for a few Snapchats. But the problem with this is that's exactly what James Charles did, not only in this situation, but in multiple past actions as well. This is not the first offense. James has done this multiple times in his past with other underage fans. That's another problem. These are fans of his, people who reach out because they like him. Maybe some of them do have ulterior motives, but James should be smart enough to know when to say no and not be sitting here having relations with his own fans. And you would think that a well-known influencer like James Charles would know his position here on social media. He is an influencer. They're not called that for no reason. He has a large influence over his audience, and there are going to be tons of people that reach out to him on a daily basis. He knows this. He has been in the spotlight long enough to know where the lines are and what lines not to cross. So there's really no excuse for his actions and his behavior. And the fact that he has done this multiple times, you guys, that's the problem. It's not just once, it's multiple times now. And the saddest part about all of this is well-known influencers like James Charles seem to get away with everything, you guys. Yes, he made this public statement, but honestly, I mean, let's be real. We all know his PR probably wrote this up for him. He put it in text format. He did not even publicly speak on the situation. And then he just continued making content as if nothing ever happened. A lot of people were upset about this, but not enough people. And that's the problem. It's like if there's not a large amount of people keeping a conversation going about all of this, then well-known influencers like James pretty much get away with it all. And they use this to their advantage every single day. He knew if he was to get on camera and really talk about this situation, then it would keep the conversation going. But if he just made content like nothing was wrong, sooner or later the conversation went in, and he was right. Sadly, he was right. And this is not the first time we have seen this technique be used by well-known influencers like James. We also have Jeffree Star. He's done this 1,000 times. And as of late, David Dobrik, as you guys know, the allegations against him, which are very serious, he did not address those allegations for a very long time. The last few months, he has kept quiet on the situation until he had no choice, and the conversation conversation got so large and viral that he had no choice but to address it. So like I said, we've seen this technique be used 1,000 times. Influencers think, well, if we just ignore it and we don't talk about it, it'll go away. And when it doesn't go away, that's when they'll decide to address it. So it's a really good thing that Insta Influencer and YouTube are keeping this conversation going and holding James Charles accountable. Sooner or later, James is going to have no choice but to really sit down and address this situation publicly. And you know, if, like I said, if this was one time, maybe people could just sweep it under the rug. No problem. You made a mistake. You'll learn from it. But it's not. And that is the problem. And James Charles needs to hold himself accountable for his actions. And it's our job as the people watching all of this unfold to keep the conversation going. I know this phrase has been going around like crazy, but let's try to keep the same energy. I mean, influencers get canceled every single day for less than this situation. So let's keep that same energy and hold James accountable and to the same level as other influencers. Why is he so much better? He's not, you guys. And the rules apply to him just like they do anyone else. So that is it for this video, you guys. Please let me know your thoughts down below. I love to hear what you guys have to say. Also, if you want to stay in the loop with everything going on in the drama world, please consider subscribing to my channel and tapping the bell for post notifications. That way you are notified every single time I upload. I appreciate you guys too, the moon and stars. And until the next time, guys, mwah, bye.